Thank you, guys. First of all, I want to thank you so much, Dr. President, for this extremely generous introduction. So, let's start. Good evening, esteemed guests. Good evening, Mom and Dad. Good evening, class of 2024. We are here today, tasseled and ready to take the next step forward. Do you remember the early days of becoming an AUB student? I do. Mine started with the rumors about university life. They told me that it will not be the same as school, that relationships here will only be formal and impersonal. They told me that no one will help you find your path in life here, that here in the real world, you will be on your own. But this couldn't be farther from the truth because they clearly didn't know how we do it here at AUB. I remember this happening just 3 years ago, when I still was a 17-year-old who'd spent his life surrounded by one small community, the Lebanese Armenian community. I was still a teen who had a lot of trouble speaking Arabic, and trust me when I say I did not disappoint the stereotype. Someone who only had a vague idea of the definition of diversity, someone who was a bit too conscious about the tough and brutal past of his ancestors. Because of this, I constantly felt like I was a victim of my circumstances. It's true. I was really scared to exit the gates of my school, my comfort zone, and hesitant to enter the main gates of the real deal, university. However, I adopted a no-regrets mentality and took that leap of faith. I think it's clear that I'm so glad I did. It didn't take me much time to see something different in people here at AUB. Not the scary kind of different, but the good kind. I saw resilience, sympathy, and courage. I saw different pieces of different puzzles fitting together perfectly on this very campus. A harmony between different pieces where each piece has a story on its own. As I immersed myself fully into campus life, I saw us become a united community that celebrated their time together. This realization completely shifted my perspective on life. For once, I knew I was not alone. From Lebanon and Syria to Artsakh and Armenia and Gaza and Palestine, a history of oppression and occupation is something we can all relate to. For once, I knew that I was no outcast. My Armenian community is part of the plethora of communities that enrich our history here in Lebanon. I realized that we are not victims of our past and present. We are warriors that never fail to stand up after a hard blow. I moved from being lost to finding myself in different societies and clubs, organizing events and fundraisers, writing for Outlook, volunteering for outdoors, joining the Red Cross and tutoring on the side, and of course, going to the gym. I can continue to stand and talk for hours about how AUB is first in Lebanon and how it is among the most prestigious universities in the MENA region. But I think we all already know this, right? I am here to tell you something about AUB that you will not find on Google. Here at AUB, professors and faculty members actually care about the success and future of their students. I want to thank them all for being our support systems, our mentors in life. Here at AUB, classmates are not just classmates. I am proud to call you all brothers and sisters. Here at AUB, we come to realize that we are something even bigger. We are not defined by our ID numbers that we now memorized even better than our names. We are not defined by the catastrophes we experience, but by our cultural diversity, our coexistence. Here at AUB, everyone matters. Now, I often have trouble expressing myself, and let alone in front of thousands of people. It could really be overwhelming, and I'm still shaking. So to end the speech, I decided to wrap it up in a different way this year. A poem. From kids who thought they were victims of the system, from kids who shed blood and tears for a degree, to entrepreneurs, engineers, architects, teachers, scientists, doctors, and nurses, we learned that believing is key. Teaching us that we may have life and have it more abundantly. We want to thank you, AUB, for what it means to be free. Class of 2024, this isn't the end of our story. A very powerful bond we have all created. I stand with you all and finally say, from the American University of Beirut, we graduated. Thank you.